Hi guys, sorry it's a bit late. I was getting my Broadchurch on. I forgot that it started tonight. Anyway, gonna get into these questions. I haven't actually really looked at them yet, so I'm just gonna go through them live and uncut. Chantel, I've worked out my BMR, but when I work out calories for fat and protein, it leaves me with negative carbs. What do I do about this? Thanks. Well, you're getting the bespoke plan, so it's all worked out for you. I'll get that sent over tonight. How many snacks a day? Jimmy, that's from my mum. You shouldn't really have to snack at all. If you're eating to your macronutrients, breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, should have you covered. You shouldn't need to snack. The only thing you're going to have to snack is if you miss a meal or you're bored, which don't do it. Davina Hansen, bit confused about exercise phases, etc. Do we do phase 1 day 1 and the other day 1 routine plus? No. So you get 3 programs and you choose one program and work it. So the gym program had phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. You do that on a 3-week split and then just repeat it again. You can mix, so say you're doing the gym program, but then there's some day you can't get to the gym. You can then just knock out a body weight one in the house. What I actually do with my weights is, I start with my sessions with myself. I do my weights and then I'll finish with a circuit at the end, just like a wee fat burning. Julie Hoare, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm same as Chantel. I was reducing my calories intake by 750 as I have a lot of weight to lose, but that gives me a negative carb value. Okay, so did you say you preferred fatty foods? So you times your body weight by 0.45, which would give you a higher fat and lower carb option. Flip that. So times your body weight by 3.5 and work out your carbs that way, give you a wee bit more. I'll touch on that later on in a bit next week. Just try and stick to the macros that you have. Also, don't reduce by 750 calories in. You know, that's you say you have a lot of weight to lose. Like, you know, you don't have to lose it all within the 6 weeks. Okay, so reduce by 500 calories, and that should leave you up with another, you know, you're looking at another 80 grams of carbs to play around with there. Caroline Graham, same as the girls, I calculated my protein and my fats. I like eggs and salmon, and I got 170 for carbs. Well, you're getting the bespoke one as well, Caroline. I can't remember what your carbs were at, but yeah, you'll be sorted in the macro front because I worked it out for you. Second question, what supplements, protein should I be taking? Can I get away with not taking them? I take a good daily multivitamin. See, your sister is talking BCAAs. I know the benefits of aminos, but I'm trying to focus solely on my diet and intake of food. My brain, might explode. 100% get it all from your diet. Samantha's just a bit of a badass and she doesn't eat that much meat. So then she's like semi-vegetarian or some shit until she gets pissed and drives a burger van. That's a good story for you later. But yeah, you can get away, just get it from your food. Supplements are basically there just to supplement your diet. They're convenient, that's about it. A protein shake is essentially just a chicken fillet, but it's, you know, convenient. So for people who struggle to eat in the morning, you know, a protein shake will work out quite well. My question is the same as Caroline's regarding sups. This is Jamie the Badass Man Ferguson. I take protein, BCAAs, a multivitamin, as well as cod liver oil and omega-3 fish oil. What else do I need, if anything? Okay, pick one or the other, protein or BCAAs. I'd probably stick with BCAAs, to be fair. Keep the multivitamin in and drop the cod liver oil. Keep the omega-3 fish oil. But if you're eating a lot of fish, then you don't need it. Another thing I would say for everyone to get is vitamin D3. Okay, we synthesize that from the sun, and we're in the UK. We get fuck all sun, so take that. I don't like coconut milk. Could I just compromise and use skimmed or anything else? As long as you can use any dairy you want, as long as it doesn't make you feel bad. A lot of people don't produce, everyone stops producing lactase, which breaks down lactose. when you're young. So a lot of people don't handle a lot of dairy. I don't handle a lot of dairy very well. So yeah, if you don't like coconut milk, you can try skim milk, ordinary milk, goat's milk, sheep's milk, that kind of almond milk. But if you feel okay on skim milk, then use that. Are the macros targets or limits? If my protein is worked out at 900 calories, do I need to be hitting 900 calories every day? Same with fats and carbs. Okay, so this was kind of going back to what I said I was going to touch on next week. Protein is the Mac Daddy. Okay, you aim to get bang on your protein as much as you can. Fats and carbs, doesn't matter where they come from, as long as you're in a calorie deficit. It doesn't matter if you're in high fat and low carb. It just depends on what works best for you. Some people function better on higher carb, some people function better on lower carb. So you just need to play around. But try and hit your protein macro. Also, don't worry about calories. If you get your macros right, your calories look after themselves. So protein and carbs both yield 4 calories per gram. So if you just focused on the calories, say you needed 800 calories, that would be 200 grams of protein, 100 grams protein, 100 grams carbs. But if you looked at it just from the calorie perspective, you could have 190 grams carbs and 10 grams protein, and you're going to have the same amount of calories, but physiologically, you're not going to be functioning very well. Okay, so forget about the calories, focus on the macro, and the calories look after themselves. Sorry if I'm talking too quick. Hey Jamie, before I work some bits out, I just wondered, do I need to take into consideration that I am breastfeeding when working some bits out? Okay, Emma. Yeah. So don't put yourself into a deficit via the diet. So work out your BMR, and then work out your protein, fat, and carb from that, and let your training and your activity create the deficit. If you say drop 500 calories and created the calorie deficit in your diet, you're going to burn about another 500 calories just from breastfeeding. So in actual fact, you're in 1,000 calorie deficit a day, which will be dead on for a while, but then eventually your body's just going to say, I can't do this anymore, and then you go into kind of plateau and you shut down. So I would not deduct any calories from your diet at all. Just eat the maintenance, work out your BMR, eat the maintenance, and let your exercise create the deficit then. I work 12-hour shifts and go on. Liz Cawthron. What a planker. Private joke. I work 12-hour shifts and go on the nights this week, doing 5 nights in a row. Ouch. Any ideas what I can eat at 2 a.m. when I should eat? Right, okay. So reverse your day. Okay, so I know you don't do this, obviously, with the kids. If you start at, I don't know if you're doing 8 to 8, 8 o'clock is your breakfast. So you do, I don't know, scrambled eggs, sausages, bacon. 12 o'clock is going to be a salad, a soup, chicken breast, that kind of thing. Whereas if you start eating supper foods and like carb dense foods in the evening, get to 2 a.m, you're going to be kind of dropping a bit because your sugar levels have went up, but then you're having to drop down. Whereas normally you'd be sleeping and it'll be fine because it'll kind of control itself throughout the night. So all you would do is reverse your diet. So 8 p.m. at night, you're having breakfast, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, that kind of thing. Try and stay away from the carbs as much as possible so you don't get those peaks and troughs in your blood sugar levels. And then supper would literally be 8 a.m, your breakfast. So hope that makes sense. So just put my exercise in the FitnessPal and it's up my calories. Does that mean I get to eat more? Unfortunately not. The way the plan is worked out is, sorry, give me 1 wee second. Right. One eye healing. Oh, right, just letting the dog out. So the way the plan is worked out is you're putting yourself into a deficit every day via your diet, plus then your exercise on top of that. So you're creating even more of a deficit. So you have refeeds once a week, okay? And you pick that for, like, say, your Saturday night when you want to socialise a bit more. So forget about the numbers that MyFitnessPal give you. Don't add the exercise in; it's already accounted for. Okay, you've more than likely you've taken a 500 calorie deficit per day. You're going to exercise, burn 500 calories, so that's going to be about 800 calories a day. So you're right on your way to burning a pound a week. As I was saying to Emma earlier, eventually your body's going to shut down. So that's why we put the refeed in, so you bump your calories back up via like a cheat meal, which is going on to Jamie's next question here. So it'll work itself out. Like hormonally, you're going to be firing on all cylinders. I'm way behind on my calorie intake, and I don't want to binge and get my calorie intake up. Okay, so Jay, are cheat meals allowed, or are they to be stayed away from? The good thing about flexible dieting is you never have to cheat. Okay, so you can literally eat anything that you want as long as you stick within your numbers, and as long as you can distinguish between your mouth and a Hoover. So for some people, if they have a little bit of something, they can't stop. So flexible dieting's not going to work for them. You're better off just not having treats and whatnot in there, saving it for one night a week maybe. But again, sticking within your macros. The macros, so say you're miles away from hitting your targets, just gradually build it up. Okay, so you got to give your body time to adjust. So gradually build it up. So don't, like, say you're 500 calories off, hitting your maintenance or whatever it is you need to hit. If you start eating those extra 500 calories, that's quite a lot of eating. You're probably going to feel quite stuffed and lethargic, whereas you want to bump it up by maybe like 100, 150 calories a day. And then eventually your metabolism is going to rise and you're going to get used to eating that kind of amount of food, so then it won't feel as bad. Vernie, I think Jamie would say, yeah, Vernie's just helped me out there. Lisa, you do not get extra calories to eat. Jamie, extra protein shake. No, it's all covered, mate. Don't worry. Yeah, Vernie was just trying to answer a question there. It was all covered. Last two. Danny Curran and Susie Wong are actually husband and wife. I'm going head to head at this. So marriage counselling is like a side business of JamieLynnFitness.com. Check it out. Jamie, I'm looking for sugar-free protein supplement. Any ideas? My protein, do it unflavoured whey. It's really, really low carb. Tastes like shit though. But it doesn't really taste of anything, to be honest. But it's I don't know. Made it with water one time. It was horrible. Put it with milk and you're fine. But then you get the sugar in the milk. You could